Hello my dear children, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to see prose number 4, The Rat Trap, written by Selma Lagerlöf. Before we go into the lesson, let's learn something about the author. Selma was born in Sweden on 20th November 1858. Her full name is Selma Ottilia Lovisa Lagerlöf. When you have two dots on O, it should be pronounced as not O. Okay, so it is Lagerlöf. And she died on 16th March 1940 in Sweden, and she was a writer, and she was the first woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1909, and some of her notable works are Gustav Berling's Saga, Jerusalem, the Ring Trilogy, which was published in 1931. Look at this picture, children. What do you understand? Just try to analyze this picture. So here you can see a rat which has got trapped in a rat trap, and you can see a small piece of cheese also, right? So what do you understand? Do you think the cheese was kept for the rat to eat? No, children, it was not kept for him to eat, but to tempt him, to attract him to come towards the cheese, and it was just a trap, okay, to catch hold of the rat. So the rat is the victim, and the piece of cheese is called a bait. B-A-I-T, bait. Bait means a small piece of food which is kept for a rat or any other animal to get tempted towards it in order to trap the animal. Okay, so here the rat has got trapped. So don't you feel, children, that the whole world is a rat trap, and humans, they get attracted by so many baits? Let's see what the baits are. Yes, so see, look at this picture. The man is running behind the money, right? So till the end, till his death, the man runs behind the money. The money is a bait for this man. Okay, and likewise there are so many types of baits. Here you can see riches, that means the wealth, money, and for some people food and shelter. For some people fame, popularity, okay, getting name and fame. So some people, they run behind the fame, and for some people joy means happiness. So these are some baits in the world, and people, they get attracted, they get tempted towards these baits, and finally they get trapped into it. So first character is the rat trap seller. Here you can see the picture of a rat trap, okay, the equipment in which we trap the rats. Okay, normally in houses we keep this when there is a lot of disturbance of rats. And on the right side you can see a man selling rat traps. So he is a rat trap seller, and the whole story revolves around this man. Okay, next is the crofter. He also owns a cow. And the iron master. Iron master, he is the owner of the iron works. Okay, some iron works factory, he has a workshop, and he is the owner of that iron works. The name of his iron work factory is Ramsjo. And he has one beautiful daughter. Her name is Edla. So these are the main characters in this story, children. So before we go into the lesson, let's learn something about the rat trap seller. So this rat trap seller was a poverty-stricken man. What do you mean by poverty-stricken? The person who was hit, the person who is hit by poverty. So he was very poor children. By the picture you can identify. He wore ragged clothes. Ragged means torn, Torn. He wore torn clothes and his cheeks were sunken. Sunken means deep inside. So it was hollow. Okay, so that means he was very thin. He was very lean, and he had hunger gleamed eyes. That means when you see his eyes, you can easily identify that this man is very hungry. Okay, so he was some kind of malnutrition person, and he used to sell rat traps. On the right side you can see the picture of a rat trap. So he used to sell the rat traps made up of wires, and you know what, he used to make these rat traps with his own hands. Okay, and he used to collect the materials required by begging. Okay, so he used to collect money through begging, and even if that was not enough, he used to do small thievery. Thievery means stealing. Okay, திருடுறது சின்ன சின்ன திருட்டு, and then begging, பிச்சை எடுக்கிறது. So through all these things he used to earn money, and with that money he used to make the rat traps by using wires. So this kind of small business he was doing, and let me tell you children that this person, he was not invited, he was not entertained by the world. He was all alone in the world. He had no family, no friends, nobody. He was feeling very lonely, and the world was never kind to him. Okay, the world never entertained him with kindness, never invited him with kindness. So he also has the same kind of feeling towards the world. Okay, he doesn't care about anybody in this world. So that kind of attitude he has. So basically he was not a bad man, but the world changed him. Okay, the world made him to think bad about people, because the world never accepted him. Okay, so this man, this rat trap seller, he is denoted by various names in this story by the author. So peddler is one of them. Peddler. Peddler means the person who sells things going on the streets and on roads. So you might have seen peddlers, balloon peddlers, standing outside the zoo or exhibition. Okay, so holding and a big stick and so many balloons tied to it. So those kind of people are called peddlers. So this person, the rat trap seller, was also a peddler. And one more term the author uses to to identify him is vagabond. Vagabond, Vagabond. Vagabond. You can see on the screen. Vagabond means a wanderer. Okay, the person who simply roams here and there is called a wanderer. So as I already told you that he was all alone in this world, so of course he was a vagabond. He didn't have any house, no shelter, no proper clothing, no food. So that kind of life he was living, and he was not at all entertained by the people in a kind manner. One day this peddler, he was thinking about his life, and he just got lost in his own thoughts. Okay, what kind of thoughts? He started thinking that about his rat traps, and suddenly a thought came to his mind that the whole world was similar to a rat trap. He thought that there was no meaning of the existence in this world. It was nothing but a temptation, just like a cheese which we offer as a bait to catch the rat. So likewise, in this world there are so many baits which attract, which tempt even the human beings. What are they? Joys, the food and shelter, as I already told you, the money, wealth, For some people, name, fame, popularity. So all these things are the baits in the world. So the peddler, he compares the whole world with a rat trap. Okay, so this is a rat. The world is a rat trap, and who is a victim? Who is a rat? We human beings are the rats. And what are the baits which attract us? The baits are, for different people there are different baits. For example, if I am attracted towards money, so the money is a bait and I am the rat. Okay, and if you are attracted towards popularity, so popularity is the bait and you are the rat. All right, so this is a metaphor used by the peddler. Okay. Okay, so one day he was walking, and it was very cold because it was the month of December. He was feeling very cold, and this whole setup is based on it is set up in Sweden, children. So everything is happening in the Sweden, the place where this author belonged to. Okay, so in Sweden it was very cold. It was a month of December, and this fellow peddler, as he had no house, he was roaming here and there. I already told you, no, he was a wanderer. Okay, he was a vagabond. So he wandered here and there, just roamed here and there, and he was feeling very cold. And he reached a small house, a small grey color house. Okay, and it was by the roadside. And so he just thought of knocking the door and going inside because it was very cold outside. But he never expected anyone to invite him inside his house. Okay, he was not expecting, but he just knocked it, and one old man, he opened the door, and to his surprise, this man, the old man, welcomed this peddler inside his cottage. So you can see the picture of cottage here. Cottage means a very small house, wooden house is called a cottage. And the old man, he welcomed the peddler inside the house. So generally he was not helped by anyone, but this time he was welcomed by the old man into his cottage. This old man, he was also very lonely. He was living alone without wife and kids. The old man was very happy to get a company that night. So the old man gave him some porridge. Porridge means a millet gravy, okay, something like kanji. In Tamil we say kanji. So the millet is boiled in water and it becomes thick and it becomes a porridge. Okay, so there was nothing, it was not a treat, but it was enough to satisfy his hunger. So he gave him some porridge to eat. Then he gave some tobacco. Okay, it's something like a cigar to smoke because it was cold outside. And after that, they both started playing cards till the bedtime. The crofter, he became very sociable. He became very friendly because he was also living alone. He didn't have anybody to share his feelings and thoughts. So he shared everything with the peddler. Okay. So the rat trap seller, he felt that the old man was not only liberal in sharing his porridge, but also his secrets. He told him that he was rich. He was a rich man when he used to work on the rented farm. As he was old now and couldn't work, so he had to depend upon his cow for his living. Okay, so this man, the crofter, he had one cow, and by selling the milk of the cow, he earned a lot of money. Okay, not only milk but also cheese and cream and all that. So this old man said that he was able to earn nearly 30 kronor. You can see the spelling here, kronor, Kronor. Kronor means it is the currency of Sweden. In India we have INR, no? INR means Indian rupees. Likewise in Sweden the currency is kronor. So he earned around 30 kronors in a month, okay, and that was enough for his living. So he was very happy with his life, and all these things he shared with the peddler. Yes, children. After showing the kronor, the peddler, he was actually looking that he seemed as if he did not believe his words. Okay, so the crofter, he stood up from his place. He went near the window, and on the window there was a leather pouch. Okay, it was hung on the nail. So he took that pouch, he opened it, and he showed him the three 10 kronor notes. Okay, 10 kronor, three notes were there. So totally how many kronors were there? 30 kronors. Okay, so he showed the money to the peddler. Why he showed the money to the peddler? Because peddler seemed as if he did not believe. ஓகே, அவரால் வந்து கிராஃப்டர் இவ்வளோ பணம் வச்சிருக்காரு நம்ப முடியல அப்படின்னு ஃபேஸில் தெரிஞ்சுது. ஸோ த கிராஃப்டர் டு மேக் ஹிம் பிலீவ், டு மேக் ஹிம் ட்ரஸ்ட் திஸ் ஃபேக்ட், ஹீ ஷோட் த மணி ஆல்சோ. சி, ஐ ஹாவ் மணி, ஐ எம் நாட் லைங். ஓகே, அப்படின்னு காமிக்கிறதுக்காக ஹீ ரிமூவ் த பவுச், ஹீ ஓப்பன் த பவுச் அண்ட் ஹீ ஷோட் த மணி. Then again he closed the pouch and kept it on the same place. Alright children. Now the next morning, both the rat trap seller and the crofter woke up early. As the crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, he left the place, and even the rat trap seller, he felt as that as the owner of the house had awakened, so he should also leave the place. Yes or no? So both of them, they came out of the cottage at the same time. The old man locked the door and went to his work. The rat trap seller also thanked him and went his own way. So both of them, they went, but after half an hour, the rat trap seller again he came back, and he returned to the cottage. He broke down the window pane where the pouch was hung, and he took away the money and kept it in his pocket. And he started walking. So basically what did he do? He stole the money. Okay, and he started walking, and finally the peddler actually was quite happy that he had made money and he had money in his pocket. He then thought of walking through the forest, as it was unsafe to walk on the highway because he feared being caught by the cops, by the police. So instead of taking the highway, he went inside the forest. So initially it was not difficult to walk through the forest, but later on it got confusing for him as he forgot the way. Okay, so he kept on roaming inside the forest, and as I already told you that it was late December, it was very cold, and it started getting dark and even much more cold, and he got very tired. He was tired to death. Okay, and he everything started becoming gloomy, and disparity fell on him. Despair means what? Hopelessness. So he didn't have any hope that he could come out of this dense forest. So he became very, very, very tired, and he thought that he was going to die. He fell on the ground, and he realized that he was going to die, and this moment was the last moment in his life. Alright, so he fell on the ground, children, and his ears touched the ground, and he could hear some thumping sound coming from some direction. Okay, and at this moment he understood that he also got trapped in this rat trap world. Okay, and what was the bait for him? That 30 kronor was the bait. It tempted him to take the money and go to steal the money. Okay, so he also became a victim of the bait. What was the bait? 30 kroner was the bait. Was it his money? No, it was the old man's, the crofter's money. It was not his money. Okay, so and he was fooled by the bait of money which he had stolen from the old man's house. The forest, it seemed like a prison full of trunks and branches, and it was like an impassable prison. So the branches and all, it was closely knit. Okay, so it was looking like as if he got trapped in a prison. All right, children. So, but nevertheless, he started hearing, listening to the thumping sound from a distance, and so he thought that he could find some people nearby. With this thought, he gathered some strength and started walking with great difficulty. He followed the sound and staggered. Staggered, Staggered. Staggered means walking with lot of difficulty. So why it was very difficult for him to walk? Because he roamed in the forest for so long. The whole day he was simply roaming inside the forest in order to come out of the forest. Yes or no? So he became very tired. He was tired to death. Okay, and he started staggering. Stagger means to walk with difficulty. So he followed the sound. Okay, and he started walking in the same direction of the sound. Finally, he reached a place. It was ironworks. Okay, it was a factory of iron, the Ramsjo Ironworks. This was the name of that ironworks. It was a large plant which had shut down few years ago, children, and it had a smelter. So in the first picture you can see the smelter, the picture of a smelter in which the iron is, it is melted, and there was a big smelter and a rolling mill. Rolling mill, in the second picture you can see the rolling mill, and there was also a forge, Forge. Forge means the place where the metal is heated. Okay, so smelter is a machine in which the metal is melted to form into a shape. Okay, and rolling mill is a machine to roll the metal into sheets. All right, and the forge is a place where the metal is heated. So there you can see a man. In the third picture you can see a man who is standing nearby, near the forge, and who is heating the iron. Okay, so all these things were there in that iron works. And during summer season, so many barges and scows came in this area. Barges and scows means they are different kinds of boats. Okay, flat bottomed boats, they are called barges and scows. Generally these boats, they are used to carry the materials, okay, for transportation of goods. So these, in summer, during summer season, barges and scows, they came, and they took material from this ironworks through the canal. Okay, there was a canal also down. So by that they so many barges and scows came and they took the materials from this ironworks. But since now it is winter season, the canal was completely frozen and there was no barge or scow in the canal. So in winter season, usually the roads, okay, because waterway was not available, so the transportation was done through road. Okay, so the roads were generally, they were black in color. Why? Because of the coal dust. The road was filled with the coal dust due to the transportation of the charcoal crates. All right. So here is a picture of barge and scows, children. In the first picture is a barge. You can see goods, okay, on that barge. It is a flat kind of, the flat bottomed ship. It is a kind of a boat, you can see. And the second picture is a scow. That is also a flat bottomed ship or a big boat that is also used for transporting the materials. All right, so this was the place where he reached after struggling so hard inside the forest. Now he reached that place, and two people were sitting in that place. And who were they? And after going there, what did he do? He had money also in his pocket. Yes or no? So he was very scared of getting trapped by police. So, what happened after going inside this Ramsjo Ironworks? We will see in the next class, children. You just read from the book. What I taught you till now, you read from the book, and we will continue the remaining part in our next class. Thank you, children.